Let's go to the final example in this topic, which we are given a contingency table. So you can see this part here, we have type of flowering plants, we have orchid, rose, and hibiscus. And this part here, we have two pots. One is brown pots and one is black pots. When we have contingency table like this, we know this is dependent event because the type of flowering plants here will be depending also on the color of pots. So let's see here, what does the question wants? Okay, so the first part here, a customer chooses randomly a flower pot. Find the probability of the following here. So before we go further towards the question, let's write all of the notation in our contingency table. So first, let's use C for orchid, R for rose, H for hibiscus, W for brown pots, B for black pots. And don't forget also to calculate the total of brown pots. This is a total of black pots. Okay, that is for the column. How about for the row here? This is a total for your orchid. And the second line, this is total for your rose. And for the third line, this is a total for your hibiscus. Okay, so we have all of the numbers here. And the grand total, all of the grand total for your row and also column is 30, meaning that your number of sample space right now is 30. Let's see question A. Part 1. So a customer chooses randomly a flower pot. Find the probability that a brown pot is chosen. So you can see here that our brown pot is W, meaning that now we want to find PW. Okay, so how to find PW? So let's look at the total of brown pots. It is 12. So write the numerator as 12, divide by number of denominator, which is number of sample space, 30. So let's simplify. 12 divided by 30, it is 2 over 5. Let's see the answer for part 2. So part 2 stated that we want to find the probability of a rose plant in brown pot. A rose plant in brown pots, meaning that you want to find the probability of R intersect W. Okay, so how to do this? Just find the intersection R and W. So you can see here, R and W, it meets at number 4. So your answer is 4 over 30. Okay, always divide it by 30 because now your number of sample space is 30. So just simplify it. Your answer is 2 over 15. So now let us see for part 3. A rose plant or brown pot is chosen. So let's write a rose plant or brown pot. Okay, so or is the symbol for union. Let's open up the formula. PR plus PW minus PR intersect W. So let's find PR first. So total for rows R here is 12. So it is 12 over 30 plus PW. We already found the answer for PW just now. 2 over 5 minus probability of R intersect W. So we already found it before. It's 2 over 15. So let's minus 2 over 15. So just use your calculator. The answer will be 2 over 3. Let's continue with number 4 here. An orchid plant is chosen if she only wants black pot. So let's write the notation. The probability of an orchid plant is chosen if she only wants a black pot. Okay, so it is P, C given B. So let's open up the formula. It is PC intersect B over PB. So let's find C intersect B. C intersect B, orchid intersect with black pot. It is 4. So the probability is 4 over 30. Divide with PB. Let's find PB. it is 18. The total for B is 18, so 18 over 30. So just use your calculator. Your answer will be 2 over 9. Now let me show you how to use shortcut. We can use shortcut by looking at the contingency table. So let's look again at this question. This probability of getting an orchid, given that it is from black pot. So now let's just focus on this black pot here. Okay, so all the brown pots will be put aside. Okay, only focus here. So let me write here probability of C given B. So now your denominator, number of sample space for black pots, is just 18 because that is all that you have now, a black pot, so it is over 18. So now let's find what is orchid for black pots here. It is 4. So let's write 4 over 18 and just simplify it. You'll get the same answer, 2 over 9. So you have an options whether to use the formula or we can just use the shortcut way by focusing on the black pot because that is your first event. Now let's look at question number 5. A black pot is chosen if she only wants hibiscus. So let's try it here. A black pot is chosen. B. If she only wants hibiscus. So let's try to use the shortcut way. Just focus on hibiscus because hibiscus is the first event. So now only focus on hibiscus. So now your number of sample space will be 9. So now from the hibiscus, what is the intersection of black and hibiscus? So black and hibiscus is this number here, 6. So just write 6. So let's simplify your answer. It is 2 over 3. So this is your final answer for part 5. You can also use the formula to solve part 5. Let me show you how to use the formula. Probability of B given H. So let's open up probability B intersect H over probability H. So what is probability of B intersect H? Let's find B and H. The intersection is 6. So it is 6 over 30. Okay, because your number of sample space is 30. Divide by probability of H. So what is probability of H? Let's look at total H here. This is 9. So it is 9 over number of sample space is 30. So let's simplify this. This will give you the same answer, 2 over 3. So this is the answer for part number 5. Let us see the next example here for part B. A customer chooses at random 3 flower pots. Okay, so now we have changed the condition. Therefore, our number of sample space right now, it must be 30C3 because it is referring to the customer. From 30 plants, she just wants to choose 3. Okay, and the first condition is find the probability of all 3 different plants are chosen. So how to write it? Probability of 3 different plants are chosen is probability of rose intersect hibiscus intersect orchid. So total of rose is 12. Therefore, it is 12C1. Multiply with total of hibiscus. So total of hibiscus is 9. So it is 9C1. And lastly, total for your orchid is 9. So again, 9C1. Multiply all of them because we are using multiplication rule. This is independent event. That's why we just multiply all. So divide it by number of sample space that we just calculated just now, 30C3. Use your calculator. You'll get the final answer. Let's see for part 2. At least 2 black pots are chosen. So what's the meaning of at least 2 black pots? At least 2 black pots meaning that we want the case for 2 black pots plus 3 black pots. So if we want to choose 2 black pots, 1 must be brown pots. Okay, because the total chosen must be equal to 3. So this is one case. And this is another case. Let's see case 1 first. 1 brown pots, 2 black pots. Let's see total for brown pots is 12. So it is 12C1. Total for black pots is 18. So you want to choose 2 black pots. So it is 18C2. Multiply both of them and divide by number of sample space, which is 30C3. That is for the first case. Let's add with the second case, where we want to find 3 black pots. Okay, so total for black pots is this one here, 18. So from 18, let's choose 3. And let's divide by number of sample space here, which is 30C3. And let's do the calculation. You'll get this answer. Let us see the final example here. Find the probability of a hibiscus and 2 rose plants are chosen if she only wants black pots. Okay, so the way to write this is 1 hibiscus and 2 rose plants. Find the probability if given black pots. Okay, so now things have changed. We only want black pots and we want to choose 3. So be careful here, find the black pots. So just focus on this column here. So total for black pots is 18. So now our number of sample space is 18. We must choose 3. So we have covered the first event here. Let's see the probability here for our numerator. We just want 1 hibiscus and 2 rose plants. So again, focus only on this black pots column here. We want 1 hibiscus. So from 6 hibiscus, let's choose 1, 6C1. And we want 2 rose plants, so we must multiply with another combination. So let's focus here on our black pots. Our rows total is 8. So 8C2. Because we want to choose 2 rose plants. Make sure you multiply both of them because we are using multiplication rule. So just use your calculator. You'll get the final answer 7/34. So that's the end of this topic here and also the end for chapter 5. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.